What drives a person to commit the unthinkable? As we delve into the life of Velma Barfield, we find ourselves in the heart of rural South Carolina. Here, a young Barfield navigated the trials of a troubled upbringing. The seeds of a tumultuous future were sown early, as she entered into a marriage marred by strife and discord. Yet the true demon that began to shape her life was not found within her marital home, but in the form of prescription drugs. An addiction took hold, a silent and insidious monster that gnawed at the edges of her sanity. This dependence served as a catalyst, propelling her down a path of darkness and despair. As Barfield's life spiraled out of control, no one could have predicted the horrifying events that would soon unfold. The stage was set, the characters in place, and the curtain was about to rise on a real-life tragedy that would shock the nation. In the shadow of a seemingly ordinary life, a sinister plot was brewing. Velma Barfield, a woman raised amidst the simplicity of rural South Carolina, was hiding a dark secret. Behind the facade of her everyday existence, she was orchestrating a series of chilling crimes that would shock the nation. Barfield's journey into the world of crime began with the death of her fiancé, a demise that seemed natural at first. However, a deeper examination revealed a more sinister cause: poisoning. It was a method she would employ time and again, but her fiancé was just the beginning. Velma Barfield confessed to taking the lives of 3 more individuals. Among them, heartbreakingly, was her own mother. It's a chilling thought, isn't it, that a daughter could be driven to such extremes. Barfield's actions were not the result of a momentary lapse in judgment, but rather a calculated scheme fueled by addiction and financial desperation. Her dependence on prescription drugs had plunged her into a vicious cycle of need and deceit, a cycle that ultimately led her to murder. Yet behind every crime, there's a trail of evidence, and with each life Barfield claimed, she left behind a breadcrumb trail that the law would soon follow. The Grim Reaper in the guise of a woman was about to be unmasked. But as the body count rose, so did the questions. It was only a matter of time before the law caught up with Velma Barfield. In 1978, Barfield's reign of terror came to a sudden halt. The poisonings, the deaths, the fear, it all came crashing down around her. In a small rural town in North Carolina, the law finally caught up with Velma Barfield. The evidence was irrefutable and damning. Traces of poison found in the victims matched those she had access to. Her fingerprints were all over the crime scenes, and financial transactions tied her to each victim. As the trial unfolded, her defense team tried to shift the focus to her addiction to prescription drugs, arguing that it clouded her judgment. They painted a picture of a woman driven to desperation by financial woes, but the prosecution was unrelenting, showing the jury the calculated, cold-blooded nature of her crimes. In the end, the jury found Barfield guilty. The sentence: death. A chilling conclusion to a tale of deception, addiction, and murder. In 1984, Velma Barfield made history, but not in the way anyone would aspire to. As the first woman to be executed by lethal injection in the United States, she left behind a legacy that was as chilling as it was thought-provoking. Her demise marked a crucial turning point in the annals of American criminal justice, a grim milestone that would forever change how we perceive crime and punishment. The Barfield case was not just about a woman who committed heinous acts, but a stark representation of the complex issues that often lurk beneath the surface. It became the catalyst for a nationwide conversation on the death penalty, sparking debates on its morality, its efficacy, and its place in a society that values justice. Barfield's story was a stark reminder that those who commit such acts aren't always monsters in the traditional sense, but can be individuals struggling with addiction and mental health issues. Her case also highlighted the urgent need to address addiction within the criminal justice system. Barfield's addiction to prescription drugs was a key factor in her crimes, underscoring the dire consequences of untreated addiction and the need for comprehensive reform. Velma Barfield's life and crimes serve as a chilling reminder of the darkness that can lurk beneath the surface, driving us to reflect on the intersection of crime, punishment, and our own humanity.